At your table, you will find a graphic organizer and a picture. Let's look first at your graphic organizer. On the smart board, here I have a graphic organizer, which is a picture of an aquarium. How many of you have an aquarium at your home? Or have seen one in a home? I had one when I was like 10 years old, and I didn't clean my aquarium as often as I should have, and so my parents made me get rid of it because I was unresponsible or irresponsible of taking care of my aquarium. And they saw that I was irresponsible, so they took it away from me because they didn't want it.
Taxpayer.
Yes.
Okay, when y'all have recess, will you have Haley Foster come by the office to pick up an item?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on. So at your desk, you should have a graphic organizer that looks similar to this. That says in the very top left hand corner, investigative phenomenon. Everyone see it? I want you to look at the picture with your table and jot down some things you are wondering about when you look at this picture.
There's a picture.
Take about 2 minutes to discuss and jot down some wonders.
So I'm wondering where the bubble thing came from.
I'm wondering what kind of fish that is.
Like what fish? What about that one?
I wonder if this is a normal aquarium they find in the house or an aquarium at like
That has to be an aquarium at somebody at the aquarium. I wonder where the bubbles came from. We gotta give Desiree some time to write it down. That's what she has in it? Okay, I'm wondering where the light comes from. Like it's only on this side of the wall, but nowhere else it's just dark. That's what's like in the real pictures. They don't have rocks in them. They have sand.
It could be 4 plus 4.
What are some things you got?
I said, where did the bubbles come from, and where did the light come from? Since most of it is dark.
It could be. It doesn't have to be in like it could be 4 plus 1. What it is. So it could be 4. Oh, I think that changes.
That's like the thing to clean the tank out.
You have about 10 seconds.
The soaks up the green stuff. Yeah.
Time's up.
Okay, time.
Can we finish our lesson?
Everyone in there. Let's look at the picture together. What do you notice? What do you notice about the picture? Have you ever wondered what would happen if you add a new fish to the aquarium? Group 1. What do you notice about the picture?
Is that there seems to be in one of the tanks that puts that like mixes clean water. It looks like there's a blackfish. And then what types of fish are there?
Group 3. What do you notice about the picture?
I said there's
So you noticed the amount of fish in the aquarium? Okay. So with that being said, what do you think will happen if we add more fish to the aquarium? Jot it down. Take a moment to jot it down. Take a moment to jot it down.
Yeah, now, if the fish increase, that means it'll get tighter. Because there's one section over here and a section right here. Yeah, because there's already 4 sections. There's sections for fish. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4.
What do you think may happen if we add a new fish or a different fish? Lydia?
I feel like the behavior, like, it just depends on what type of fish it is. Make, like, it's like, say we add, like, if we add, like, a certain, like, it just depends on what type of fish is and how, and, like, like, the types of fishes that you have in it. Like, it's, say, like, if a fish is something that, just emotion, like, that, if that type of fish you have does not like, they could possibly fight or something. I'm not really entirely sure though.
Okay. Let's take a look at our focus question that we're gonna keep coming back to each day as we talk about an ecosystem. We're gonna ask the question, how do organisms interact with the non-living things in their environment? How do they interact with the non-living things in their environment? Think about that. Lydia said some good things just a few minutes ago. So think about it. Yes, Jack.
It creates nutrients for the fish.
It creates nutrients
For the fish.
for the fish,
Also known as food.
also known as food. Very good, Jacob Anderson.
There is some stuff in the aquarium and non-living that someone will eat. Like
Algae. What about the algae?
that is
Okay. Very good response. We're gonna take one more response and then we're gonna move on. Yes, Olivia.
water is like non-living.
Okay. She said that water is a non-living thing and they use water to survive or swim in. Okay. Would y'all agree with that? I don't know. Have you ever seen a fish swim outside of water?
No.
Live outside of water?
No.
No?
Unless you catch one.
Do what?
Unless you catch one.
And let you catch one. Okay, very good. So I have some pictures posted around the room, and I'm going to split you into groups of 4. And each group will meet at your assigned poster and discuss the image. You will use sticky notes to answer the following questions about your image. What are the basic needs of the elephant? What helps the elephant meet their basic needs? What would happen if the watering hole were to dry up? Let's count off into groups. When I call your number, that's what group you're gonna be in. So we're gonna start with Abigail. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. We have one group with 3. All right. So go to your group. Group 1 is here. Group 2 is back at the back of the class there. Group 3 is to my left. And group 4 is here. All right, the questions are again, what are the basic needs of the elephant? What happens or what helps the elephant meet their basic needs? And what would happen if the watering hole were to dry up? You got 3 minutes. Write it on your sticky notes and sticky notes on the poster.
They won't be able to clean themselves. They won't be able to clean themselves.
Think about the type of ecosystem you would find an elephant. Would you find an elephant in South Carolina?
At the zoo.
At the zoo? Oh yeah? Do we have a zoo here in South Carolina? Okay. Remember our 3 questions. Answer all 3 questions.
After they clean the spot, they're gonna have to actually slip up their house. But the dangerous part is that they would be like stampedes coming, but that they would see there's a lot of rivers that realize there's a big lots of rivers there.
Oh, you gotta put what would happen
There's
if
a
the water
most times there is stampede running, they have to find other places.
After our 3 minutes are up, we will rotate around the room. Take 1 minute to observe the sticky note and rotate again. Yes. Everybody.
It will be difficult to
You put your sticky note on the post. You got about a minute left. You did that? Okay. Answer all 3 questions. What are the basic needs of the elephant? What helps the elephant meet their basic needs? What happens if the watering hole were to dry up? You got about 25 seconds.
What would it open?
Okay, time up. Time up. I want you to move to the next poster. Rotate clockwise.
Clockwise. Probably get, they could get.
You have 1 minute to read and discuss the answers from the different groups.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm sorry? It says,
They would have annual intakes.
something about instinct, instinct. In regards to if the watering hole would dry up, I guess that's what they were saying. He said if the watering hole dried up, it would be difficult to use. We're not near no water. They would die. They would not be able to live with any water. They would die. Okay, rotate. What are your thoughts? What are you wondering? How what? How would they survive without water or food? Good, very good. Come up with something, how would they survive without water? They wouldn't be able to survive. No? Okay. I hear some very good responses. Each group are demonstrating that they are making very good observations. You what? Okay, rotate on that side.
They would not be able to wash themselves, and they would. If they were empty, what can hold them? They would all quarter as African savannah.
That says dehydrate.
Probably.
No, dehydrate. They could get dehydrated. That's what they're saying.
Jacob.
But they don't have water, what happens?
If they don't have water, then their skin's like really sensitive to sunlight. So if they don't get water, their skin will still work. And they need water to survive.
Very good. You have about 20 seconds. What do you think?
That one makes more sense.
Think about the picture yourself. Okay, everyone should return to your seat. Return to your seat. Okay, open your Google Classroom. Go to my Google Classroom and open it. My Google Classroom, there should be a graphic organizer that looks something similar to this. Subject science. Under science. Have you found it? You found it. Give me a thumbs up.
It says they don't have no Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi? Close out. Go with it. someone in your group. You want to pick an animal and describe how it's surrounding, help meet its needs. Go to this person, hey. We finishing up. We're finishing up this lesson for today. Everybody see it? Still. Go.
The computer girl was slow.
Okay. Are we there yet? If you need me to slow down, say yes.
What is it called?
Yes.
What is it called?
It's under science. Graphic organizer.
So under science, it's called graphic organizer. You said it's stuff.
Yes. Is everyone there? Desiree, you found it? Okay. So we want to go to the page where it says animals surrounding. Describe the animal's ecosystem. You gotta first pick an animal. Any animal.
I would work on predators.
Think about some of the things we have been talking about in previous lessons.
Fish, shark,
Any animal.
cheetah,
Describe how the environment meets its need. Yes.
Do we write it on a sticky note? Yeah, how do we type this in?
You can write it on sticky notes. Yes. Yes, write it on sticky notes. She needs sticky notes. Yes. You may write it on your sticky notes. You're gonna pick 3 different animals. 3 different. So you got 3 different places. Write it out. Make sure you list what animal it is. An animal. Remember our focus question. How do organisms interact with the non-living things in their environment? Keep that in mind. Yes. You answer the question. It says, describe the animal's ecosystem. Describe how the environment meets its needs.
Cheetahs have spots.
answer the question I just asked. Describe the animal ecosystem and how does that environment meets the need of that animal. Finish it, you not ready? Take a look at it. Did you get that, gather that in your research that we
Good.
did?
Forgot something.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to discuss. Discuss with your neighbor. Turn and discuss with your neighbor. What did you notice about the living environment? Yes. The living environment of the animal in which you chose to talk about.
Everything it needs.
These documents will be graded. Make sure you answer the document completely. Okay, let's go back to our seat. Now let's share. I want you to go back to your investigative phenomenon sheet. How do organisms interact with non-living things in their environment? Lydia. What did you come up with? How do organisms interact with their non-living things in their environment? How about the elephant in the water? The water is non-living and the elephant is an organism, right? How does that interact with one another? The elephants drink the water. DeAndre.
I said, for one of them, I said a cheetah,
about this picture?
Oh. Well, it interacts. The elephant interacts with the water hole.
With the water hole?
Yeah, because the water is down the line. The elephant.
Yes, how does it interact?
The elephant drinks the water.
Yes, Lydia stated that earlier. We're gonna have one more, Amari,
You said how it interacts.
yes.
If like the elephants get kind of dehydrated because it seems like they're in like Africa. If they run out of water, they can get dehydrated. Wait.
That they, do you think they use the water to cool off?
Yes.
Maybe?
Yes.
Yes. What else? How do they interact with the sun? I heard, Olivia said something about the sun earlier. Who was that said something about the sun? Was that you, Tamina? Said something about the sun and the elephant? What did you say?
That elephant's skin are sensitive to the sun, so if they stay out of water too long, their skin will start to like burn, and they need water to survive because their skin can't last long.
Pretty impressive. He said they need, if they stay out in the sun too long and the water hole was to dry up, they could burn. How many of you guys have been out in the sun for too long and you burn and it hurt? Does it hurt?
Yeah, sunburn.
Sunburn. You think the elephant can get sunburn?
No.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Yes, they
It's
can.
really easy for them to get.
That may be something that we may need to research. How do y'all feel about that? Okay. Maybe we can research that outside the classroom at home. I want you to keep up with this, put this away as we bring it out later throughout this lesson of ecosystem. Let's clean up and let's get ready to transition